Have you ever wondered why some people seem to manipulate others effortlessly? Welcome to the intriguing world of dark psychology. Dark psychology is a fascinating and often misunderstood field, a realm where human behavior and the darker aspects of the mind intersect. It is here that we explore the psychological mechanisms that drive some of the most complex and intriguing behaviors. At its core, dark psychology refers to the study of the human condition as it relates to the psychological nature of people to prey upon others. It is the science that underpins the subtle art of manipulation, deception, persuasion, and control. It's a world that is often shrouded in mystery, but one that has profound implications for how we navigate our daily lives. Understanding dark psychology is like unlocking a secret door to the human mind. It gives us a unique insight into the strategies employed by those who use psychological tactics for personal gain or to harm others. It's not just about the sinister, however. Dark psychology also has the potential for positive use. It's a tool that can be wielded for good, to understand and combat manipulative behaviors, and to protect ourselves and our loved ones from psychological harm. But why is it important to comprehend this concept? The answer lies in its pervasiveness. Dark psychology is not confined to the realm of fiction or the domain of hardened criminals. Its effects can be seen in everyday interactions, from the workplace to personal relationships. It's the invisible force that can shape our decisions, influence our behavior, and steer the course of our lives. As we delve deeper, we'll see how dark psychology can be used, intentionally or unintentionally, to manipulate, control, and deceive. We'll explore its roots in our evolutionary past, its manifestations in the present, and its potential for the future. In the coming scenes, we'll take a closer look at the key elements of dark psychology, including narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, and we'll delve into the techniques of manipulation and deception. As we peel back the layers, we'll discover the potential of dark psychology and how it impacts our everyday interactions. Imagine a triad, a trio of traits that, when combined, form the backbone of dark psychology. This is the dark triad, a chilling term that encapsulates three distinct but interrelated personality traits: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Let's start with narcissism. Named after the Greek myth of Narcissus, who fell in love with his own reflection, this trait is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Narcissists often believe they're superior and have a hard time recognizing others' needs and feelings. Next, we have Machiavellianism, a trait named after the Italian politician and philosopher Niccolò Machiavelli. Those high in Machiavellianism are masters of manipulation. They use cunning, deceit, and exploitation to achieve their goals, often at the expense of others. They're strategic, calculating, and not concerned with morality when it comes to getting what they want. Finally, we come to psychopathy. This is perhaps the most disturbing of the three traits. Psychopaths are characterized by persistent antisocial behavior, impaired empathy and remorse, and bold, disinhibited, and egotistical traits. They often engage in risky behavior without considering the potential harm to themselves or others. So how do these three traits interact? Well, it's a potent, dangerous mix. A person high in these traits can be incredibly manipulative, using their charm and charisma to draw people in. They're often able to control and influence others without them even realizing it. They can be charming and engaging on the surface, but underneath, there's a lack of empathy, a disregard for others, and a relentless pursuit of their own interests. Understanding the dark triad gives us insight into the minds of those who may use these traits to their advantage. It's a sobering reminder that not everyone plays by the same rules, and some people are willing to use manipulation, deceit, and even cruelty to get what they want. Now let's delve deeper into the tools of the dark psychology trade: manipulation and deception. At its core, dark psychology employs manipulation and deception as its chief instruments. These techniques, when artfully wielded, allow the manipulator to influence, control, and even exploit others, often without their awareness. Manipulation, in the realm of dark psychology, is a calculated effort to change another person's behavior or perception through deceptive or underhanded tactics. It's akin to chess, with each move designed to steer the other player towards a predetermined outcome. Yet, unlike a friendly game of chess, manipulation leaves one player oblivious to the game's existence. A common form of manipulation is gaslighting. This insidious technique involves the manipulator denying or distorting reality to make the victim question their own sanity. Imagine a constant barrage of lies, misdirection, and negation of your experiences. That's gaslighting, a psychological warfare that leaves the victim doubting their own perception and memory. Yet, manipulation isn't only about gaslighting. There's also covert persuasion, a subtler technique that relies on the power of suggestion. The manipulator might use flattery, play on emotions, or exploit insecurities to subtly steer their target's thoughts and actions. Covert persuasion is so subtle, in fact, that the manipulated often believe the decisions they make are entirely their own. Make no mistake, manipulation and deception are not wielded exclusively by those with malicious intent. These techniques can be found in everyday life, from advertising campaigns to political rhetoric. What sets dark psychology apart is the intent. The purposeful, calculated use of these techniques to exploit others for personal gain is what makes it dark. The more we understand these techniques, the better we can recognize them. Knowledge is power, and in the case of dark psychology, it's a shield. By understanding manipulation and deception, we can better guard against their influence. As we uncover these techniques, we arm ourselves with the knowledge to identify and protect against them. Can someone really control your mind? Let's find out. Welcome to the shadowy corridors of dark persuasion and mind control. These aren't mere illusions from a magician's hat, but real-world tactics that can subtly mold your thoughts, feelings, and actions without your conscious awareness. Let's start with dark persuasion. It's like the conventional persuasion you're familiar with, but with a sinister twist. It's the art of convincing someone to do something that primarily benefits the persuader, often at the expense of the persuaded. Dark persuasion is so potent because it exploits our deepest desires, fears, and insecurities. It's a dance of manipulation that's choreographed in the shadows, with you unknowingly playing the lead role. Now, imagine dark persuasion on steroids, and you've got a glimpse of mind control. This is the ultimate weapon in the arsenal of dark psychology. Mind control, also known as brainwashing, is a more intense and invasive form of manipulation. It's not about mere influence, but about reshaping a person's beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions from the ground up. It often involves isolating the individual from their previous support systems, creating a sense of dependency, and then rebuilding their worldview to align with the controllers. How does this happen, you may wonder? It's often a slow and gradual process, like a drop of water eroding a stone over time. The manipulator employs techniques like gaslighting, where they make you question your reality, or love bombing, where they shower you with affection to lower your defenses. They might also use fear and intimidation to maintain control. The most unsettling part is that we're all susceptible to these tactics, but fear not, because knowledge is power. By understanding the mechanisms of dark persuasion and mind control, you can start to recognize when they're being used against you. So the next time you feel an unexplainable urge to agree with someone or find your beliefs wavering without a clear reason, stop and ask yourself, could this be a play of dark persuasion or mind control? Recognizing these tactics is the first step in safeguarding our minds from unseen influence. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to defending against dark psychology. When we delve into the labyrinth of the human mind, we often stumble upon shadows. These shadows, the realm of dark psychology, are where manipulation, control, and influence reside. But fear not, for these shadows can be illuminated with understanding. When we comprehend the machinations of dark psychology, we equip ourselves with a sturdy shield and a sharp sword, ready to combat the unseen enemies of manipulation and deception. Let's delve into some strategies to recognize and deflect these tactics. Firstly, we must keep our eyes peeled for the signs of manipulation. They can be as subtle as a change in tone or as glaring as a bold-faced lie. We must learn to trust our instincts, for they are often our first line of defense against manipulative tactics. A gut feeling of unease can be a sign that something is amiss. Secondly, we must develop our emotional intelligence. This involves understanding our emotions and those of others. It's about recognizing when someone is trying to exploit our emotions and taking steps to prevent this from happening. Emotional intelligence is like a compass, guiding us through the murky waters of interpersonal relationships. Thirdly, we must learn to set boundaries. This is crucial in preventing others from taking advantage of us. Boundaries act as a fortress, safeguarding our mental and emotional well-being. They signify what we will and won't tolerate and help us maintain control in our relationships. Finally, we must cultivate resilience. This is our ability to bounce back from adversity. When we're resilient, we're able to withstand the blows of manipulation and deception and emerge stronger on the other side. Resilience is like a phoenix rising from the ashes of conflict and manipulation, ready to soar once more. By understanding dark psychology, we empower ourselves to navigate interpersonal relationships with confidence and caution. It's a journey of self-discovery and self-defense, a journey that equips us with the tools to protect ourselves from the shadows that lurk in the human mind. So, let's step into the light, armed with knowledge and understanding.